Alright, so I wanted to do a quick review on the Romanian PSL, or what some people are just calling a Dragonuv. And it pretty much is a Dragonuv. I'll go ahead and let you know the difference right off the back is the Russian Dragonuv has a two-stage gas regulator. A rotate. You can switch the gas. So if it's full of carbon, you've been fighting World War III, and you need a little bit more gas to cycle the bolt, make your weapon more reliable because it's getting sluggish because of prolonged firing. You can grab an empty shell casing and turn it, and it'll allow more gas to go through. Okay, these Romanian PSLs are not like that. They have the regular AK system, right? And I gotta say, this is just a good deal. I mean, same thing with the Wasser 10s. When I got my Wasser 10, it was 360 bucks. Okay, and I know, yeah, all right. Some people say they're crappy, and to a certain extent, yeah. But I mean, the AKs I'm kind of used to seeing are Chinese knockoffs that are really, really crappy. But bottom line, I mean, a Wasser 10 AK or a Romanian PSL like this, you can fix it. You can get parts for it easy, and they really just last a long fucking time, man. Okay, so I said it has the regular AK feeding system. It has a big ass gas piston in here, right? Cool thing about it is it's very simple. It's very simple to clean. I'm very familiar with it because of the AK. And price wise, this thing cost 849 bucks with the scope the magazines, a cleaning kit, a bag to put ammo in, a whole bunch of stuff to sling for 849, man. And this it fires 7.62 by 5.4R, so you're getting a little bit more punch than our 308s. Our 308s are 7.62 by 5.1, so you're getting a little bit more punch with these bad boys. And the ammo for these is ridiculously cheap. I think it's like 90 bucks for a can. I bought a can in January. I bought a can of 440 rounds, and I still have ammo for this thing. I can't wait for deer season. What I'm going to do is take these magazines apart and rig them to hold 5 rounds only, or I'll just do it with one, and then write 5 rounders and take this bad boy out hunting, because you don't care about it's a mud gun. It's a mud gun, like Nothing Fancy says. I don't care about getting it dirty or scratched up. I know it can take a beating because it's built around the AK platform. It's pretty much a stretched out AK, and not so much a Dragonuv because of the feeding system of the Dragonuv. The scope. Let's go over to the scope. The scope is missing one thing from the original Russian one, and it's a battery box. There's supposed to be a battery box on here that allows it to see IR light or something like that, where the reticle lights up. I don't know too much about the Dragonuv. I remember after I got this and I read a manual on it, and but that was a long while ago, and I forgot a lot of the stuff. But I remember being really, really impressed and glad that I got it. And I figured because it was Romanian, some of those features that the Russian one had weren't going to be on here. But it's good to go for what you need it for. Some long range shooting, maybe some deer hunting. Think about the scope too. I just found this out, and I really was kind of irritated. Not irritated. I mean, I knew what I was getting into when I got it. I knew the scope would be canted off to the side, but I didn't know how that affected the weapon. What the hell am I supposed to do when I zero this thing? And then even after I zero it, now I got trajectory line of sight issues. They're gonna cross paths, and then I found out it's pretty simple. once you zero it, let's say if you're going to 2, with the Dragonuv you have to move your elevation to 2, and also your windage to 2. Just because, or whatever range you're at. When you do the top, you also have to do bottom with the Dragonuv. You have to, because of the way the scope is set on the weapon. And from what I'm being told, what I hear, the research I've been doing, this weapon it'll fire dead on once you do that. Once you bring it over, because of the way the scope's on. So I'm really looking forward to taking this out on some land and shooting long distance with it. I think I'm going to use that PT hostage target and just spray paint it white, move it to the 100, spray paint it white again, move it to the 200, and then put it out as far as I can possibly go, just spray paint it over and over again. And I'm definitely going to do a video on shooting this thing. I have shot it, and it was 100% reliable. I think I put 200 rounds through it the first day when I shot it, and it was 100% reliable. Also, a cool feature with these, the magazine, when it's empty, when the bolt locks back to the rear, which I thought was pretty cool. You can see a little nudge here on the back of the magazine, and that's what makes the bolt lock back to the rear. Then when you throw on a fresh mag, you just give it a little tap like that. Just a little tap, and it'll release the bolt, and you can rock and roll again. These are 10-round mags, very reliable, very AK-ish. They don't topple. I thought they did an awesome job of feeding that ugly, oddly shaped, weird 7.62x5.4R. You know, it's a very rough gun. I mean, I oil my guns really well though, and that might have had something to do with it. I put oil in all the spots that matter, and you'll always notice a difference in a gun that's not oiled and a gun that is oiled. But anyway, yeah, well, that's the Romanian PSL. I totally think it's worth it though. If you thought about getting one of these, I really think it's worth it. The wood though, the wood on this one came different colors. I thought that was shitty as hell, and I tried to sand down and stain and do all that like I did with my AK to the front handguards, and it would not accept the stainer. It was weird. I sanded it down to it was bare. Tried to stain it, it would not accept the stainer. I couldn't get it as dark as the buttstock, so I said fuck it, and I painted the whole thing black. And I'm probably gonna do later on a green and tan camo. Be looking out for that. I'm pretty damn good at camouflaging rifles. I'll show you one right now. This is my 22 Savage. I painted this a while ago, and it still looks pretty damn good, I think. I get all day trigger time with this thing. I love it because it's 22. Got some good cheeks of Stockwell there. Alright. Let me know what you think. If you were thinking about getting the Romanian PSL, but you thought maybe it was funky and you didn't or whatever, I recommend it. I think you should. Ammo's cheap. You can use it for a bunch of different things. You can use the Dragonuv 4. It's an awesome weapon. The ammo is so cheap you can use it for fun shooting, shooting bricks or whatever you want to destroy, and you can use it to hunt. It's a real good weapon. Alright?